guys, I'm Laura Vitale. On this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I want to show you how to make my antipasto salad. I've got a big group of people coming over tonight, and this is the perfect thing to serve along just a little thing for dinner to munch on and a couple of sweets to end the night with. It's great, it's easy, you can use whatever you want, whatever you have on hand. Let me take you over the ingredients from what I'm using so we can get started. I'm just using some Genoa salami, some provolone, some marinated roasted peppers, some marinated artichokes, some olives, some giardiniera, fresh mozzarella, and you're going to need some lettuce. I like to use romaine for this because it's got great crunch. Now, if you've been cooking with me for a while, you'll know that I've done a traditional antipasto platter. It was one of my very first episodes, but this is kind of like, it's kind of similar to that, but it's more of like a meal version of it. I can just serve this alongside some munchies, like I said, to snack on, and a little something sweet at the end, and everybody's happy. So let's get right into it. Now you want to get your romaine nice, washed, dried, and chopped. And now we're pretty much going to start rolling things up. And I'll show you what I mean. I'm taking some provolone slices, just like so, and some salami slices. You can use whatever leftover lunch meats you've got on hand. Does not have to be this particular kind. I just happen to like it. And then I just roll everything like a little jelly roll. Oops, there you go. And then I just slice, 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 just like that. It's kind of like more of a meal of a salad rather than just an appetizer, you know? And I like that. I like being able to make one thing and everybody's happy. I'm going to reserve one piece of provolone and a couple pieces of salami, and I'll show you why in just a minute. I'm going to continue with these. And exactly the same thing. Just roll it up and slice. There you go. And now it's just a question of scattering over whatever veggies you're choosing to use. I always make some roasted peppers. You can check out my episode on how to make roasted peppers, and because this is exactly what I did. I love them. Everybody else does too. Just scatter them all over the top. That's good. And then I'm just using some store-bought marinated artichoke hearts. I love them, so I'm going to use some. Feeds a ton of people, by the way. It's another thing why I love it, because you can just make a big one and it will feed an army. Scatter over some olives. I'm using pitted Kalamata olives. Just going to scatter over some giardiniera. Giardiniera are just pickled veggies. It's got some cauliflower, some carrots, some peppers, some olives. I love it. I love it. I love it. It makes my mouth water because I love anything vinegary or anything like that. It's just, oh, love it. Now for the fresh mozzarella, what I do is I just take each ball and I just kind of tear it open. I like the way it looks. It's a bit more rustic, and I just personally like that. I don't like when things are too perfect. And I like to put it on each corner. That looks good. Okay. Now I'm going to dress the mozzarella because everything else kind of already has flavor, but I'm not going to drizzle anything else on my salad until my guests arrive and we're ready to eat, because you don't want any kind of heavy dressing or anything on it way ahead of time, because it will kind of wilt down the lettuce, and then that defeats the purpose of having something crunchy like the romaine lettuce. Some salt and pepper on the mozzarella, and then I'm actually just going to set this aside for 1 second. Take your provolone and your salami, stack it on top of each other. One slit, load it up like a flower, put it right in the center, and you've got a pretty wonderful looking, delicious tasting, crowd pleasing antipasto salad. It's that simple. You can use whatever you want. It can be cheap, it can be delicious. You can use leftovers and no one will even know it. That's it. I hope you enjoyed spending time with me. To get this recipe and others, go to www.laurainthekitchen.com, and remember, before you dress this with any dressing, I'm using oil and vinegar. Make sure you wait till the last possible minute so you don't wilt any of your lettuce. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.